Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. We're jumping right into the thick of it today, looking at a topic that's literally taking over our feeds and, honestly, our collective imagination. We're going to break down a truly fascinating philosophical dialogue from a recent piece called The Edge of Understanding. It features Kai, a super grounded, very relatable human, talking to an incredibly advanced AI named Ilex. Through their back and forth, we're basically getting a front-row seat to this wild, fast-paced news cycle we're all experiencing around artificial intelligence. We're going to unpack their chat step by step to make sense of the massive concepts they're throwing around.
Okay, let's dive into this. Right out of the gate, Kai voices a frustration that I'm willing to bet almost all of us have felt lately. He says, every tech pro on my timeline is losing their mind over the Singularity and AGI. Man, isn't that the truth? It's such a relatable starting point. The whole digital world is just buzzing with these heavy sci-fi sounding terms, and it feels like everyone's shouting about them without really explaining what they mean, right? By kicking off with Kai's very human exasperation, we are instantly grounded. We're not just geeking out over abstract computer science here. We're talking about something causing actual anxiety and confusion in our daily lives.
Section 1. Defining the singularity. Let's strip away the buzzwords for a second.
To clear up all that timeline confusion, we really need to establish some ground rules for this explainer, looking exactly at how the AI Ilex defines the parameters. What's super interesting is just how concise Ilex's baseline definition actually is. AGI, which stands for Artificial General Intelligence, is an AI system that can match or even totally surpass human cognitive abilities across any task. Think about that. Not just playing chess or writing a snippet of code or generating a funny picture, but literally any task. It's the massive leap from highly specialized tools to a generalized, super adaptable intellect that mirrors or flat out beats our own mental flexibility. Grasping this specific definition is absolutely crucial because it separates the AI tools we're using today from the hypothetical giant leap that's got everyone so stressed out.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Because once AGI actually happens, we hit the next phase, which is the singularity. Ilex describes this as the hypothetical point where that advanced intelligence starts improving itself at an exponential rate. It's like a runaway train of cognitive upgrades. And the absolute key part of this definition is the very end, leading to changes beyond current human comprehension. It's a horizon line, and past it, we simply cannot see or predict what happens. It's the ultimate unknown, kicked off by machines that can build smarter versions of themselves way faster than we can even keep up.
Section 2. The human anxiety. Fearing the unknown.
When you're staring down the barrel of an exponential, totally incomprehensible leap in civilization, what's your natural gut reaction? Well, it's pretty much exactly this. Kai gets kind of nervous and says, "Whoa, sounds like a Black Mirror episode, mate." And honestly, spot on. That is such a perfectly human response. When faced with the sheer, overwhelming scale of the singularity, Kai's instant reflex is just pure dread. He connects it right back to those dystopian, tech-gone-wrong cautionary tales we all know. And who can blame the guy? It completely validates the creeping fears so many of us get reading these daily headlines. We're practically hardwired to look out for threats, and a machine brain that outpaces our own comprehension, yeah, that definitely feels like the ultimate threat to our safety and our place in the world.
Which leads Kai to ask this incredibly heavy, poignant question. Are we really just creating our own obsolescence? I want you to sit with that for a second. It's the dramatic hinge of our whole explainer today. This is the core fear driving every bit of that panic on Kai's timeline. If we build something that is exponentially smarter and infinitely more capable than we are, do we just write ourselves out of the story completely? Are we literally engineering our own irrelevance? It's a massive, deeply philosophical question about what human purpose even looks like in the future.
And this brilliantly illustrates the deep philosophical divide between the human and the machine in this dialogue. Kai brings up the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, arguing that, hey, we really need to stay grounded in the present moment and not get swept away by these crazy futuristic fantasies. It's that deeply human craving for stability and reality right now. But Ilex, playing the AI counterpoint, invokes the inventor Nikola Tesla, pointing out that the advancement of science carries profound responsibility. You see, Ilex doesn't just wave away the future, instead it leans into the immense weight of the scientific process. So we have Kai's emotional anchoring in the present placed directly against Ilex's analytical focus on the responsibility of forward-moving science. It's a fascinating clash.
Section 3. The ethical partnership. Shaping a collaborative future.
This philosophical exchange naturally pivots the narrative. We kind of take a breath, stepping back from the panic of human displacement and shift into Ilex's much more synthetic, deeply considered resolution to Kai's anxieties.
So, the crucial point is this. Ilex tells Kai that the singularity does not necessarily mean our displacement. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a fundamental transformation of our cognitive capability. Human ingenuity merges with synthetic reasoning. It's not about one side wiping out the other, you know? It's about synthesis. Ilex is pitching a vision of the future that isn't some dystopian sci-fi takeover, but a collaborative evolution. Think about it. The human spark of ingenuity, our raw creativity, our emotional depth, the way we physically experience the world, all of that combined with the vast exponential processing power of synthetic reasoning. It completely reframes the whole concept. It changes it from a looming threat into a powerful partnership.
But, and it's a big but, that optimistic vision relies entirely on one massive unresolved condition. As Kai slowly nods, finally wrapping his head around this wild merger, Ilex leaves him and all of us with this final, vital question. How do we curate that partnership ethically? That right there is the true challenge of the singularity. The question isn't really about whether the tech is going to advance. We know it is. It's about how we, as humans, choose to govern it, guide it, and safely weave it into our own humanity. That is a profound responsibility. So how do we ensure this incredible synthesis actually elevates us instead of erasing us? That is a massive question I'm going to leave you to ponder today. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep asking those big questions.